Do you know what's actually disgusting about personal finance? You work hard, you sweat for every paycheck, and then you throw money into stocks like it's a casino, while a credit card at 22% interest is quietly chewing on you every single day. You're trying to pour water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You can pour all you want. It still leaks, and you think you're saving money. You're not. You're bleeding. Today I'm giving you a simple map. Follow the right order, and every dollar finally does its job. Follow the wrong order, and you can lose hundreds of thousands to interest and taxes over your lifetime. This is not financial advice. This is math. You saw the title and the thumbnail, right? And I bet you're asking yourself 3 questions. 1. What should I invest in first to start saving money the fastest? A 401k retirement plan, a Roth IRA, or a regular brokerage account? 2. If I'm carrying credit card debt at 22% interest, should I still be buying stocks? 3. Is this money map actually going to make me richer, or is it just more noise? In this video, I'm going to say it straight, to say it clear, and expose the correct order of investing. Step by step, do it right, and every dollar you earn actually works. Do it wrong, and you bleed money to interest and taxes for years. Why did it end up like this? Why do banks, fees, and everyday spending habits make you feel like you're moving forward, while you're actually sliding backward? We're breaking it all down right now. Welcome to the Money Map. Stop building your house from the roof. Now keep rolling with Miles Invests. The villain in this story isn't you. It's not that you're lazy or not smart enough. The villain is chaos. Random advice online, platforms that want you trading constantly because it makes you feel productive, while in reality, you don't even have a foundation. The system wants you to believe, just invest early and you'll win. Sounds true, but it's missing one brutal detail. You have to invest early in the correct order. If you're carrying high-interest debt, if you don't have an emergency fund, every time you buy a stock, you're patching the roof while the foundation is cracked. Today I'm drawing you a staircase from step 0 to step 7. Each step is a gate. If you haven't gone through the first gate, don't sprint to the last one. Because when you do it out of order, you pay for it with real money and real years of your life. Step 0. A starter emergency fund. Before you dream about stocks, put aside $1,000 to $2,000 in cash, because real life does not care about your market confidence. Your car breaks, a dental bill hits, your phone dies, your kid gets sick, rent is due. If you don't have cash, you swipe the credit card, and the moment you swipe, you're back in the interest spiral. Here's the everyday example. Your car repair is $800. No emergency fund. You swipe. That card is charging 22%. From that day on, you're not just paying $800. You're paying the hidden stupid tax every single month. Reality check. If you can't cover a $1,000 emergency, you're not ready to invest. You're gambling with your life. Step 1. Kill high-interest debt. And this is where I answer your second question directly. If you have credit card debt at 22%, should you still be buying stocks? The answer is no. Because you're lighting money on fire, high-interest debt, especially credit cards, is financial cancer. You cut it out. And here's the math. If you carry $1,000 of debt at 22% and you drag it out, over 20 years it balloons to about $53,000. 1,000 turns into 53,000 because you delayed. Meanwhile, the stock market might average 7 to 10% long term, but nothing is guaranteed. Paying off 22% debt is a guaranteed return of 22%, with zero market risk. This is not financial advice. This is math. And I already know why people still buy stocks while they're in debt. Dopamine. The feeling of being an investor. Social media shows the wins, not the credit card statement. You place a small trade. You feel like you're progressing. But in reality, you're sprinting on a treadmill, sweating hard, going nowhere. Now, step 2. Employer match. This is the only exception before you fully wipe high-interest debt. If your company offers a 401k retirement plan with a match, you take it because that's free money. You put in 3% of your paycheck. They add 3%. You just got a 100% return instantly, before the market even moves. Skipping that is like walking past cash on the sidewalk and pretending it's not there. But remember the order. Grab the match. Then go back and finish choking out the high-interest debt. And only then do you climb the next steps. Now back to step 2. Employer match. And I'm going to say it again. This is free money. And the system is not going to chase you down to hand it to you. You have to take it. Let me be clear the first time. This is your company's 401k retirement plan. Many employers will match part of what you contribute. So, if you put in 3% of your salary, they add another 3%. You send $1, they send $1. That's a 100% return instantly. No market needed. And here's the long-term math. Let's say you make $4,000 a month. 3% is $120. Your employer matches another $120. So every month you're not putting in $120. You're putting in $240 working for your future. $240 a month for 20 years. Growing at an average 7% can turn into a six-figure number. Money you don't get, not because you're broke, but because you didn't log in, or you said later. Don't say later. They take your money every day. You take your piece back today. After you grab the match, you go back and finish the foundation. A full emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. And I already know what you want to say. I want to invest now. Cash is boring. But an emergency fund isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to stop you from going broke, from one punch to the face. You lose your job. Your hours get cut. Rent is due. Your car breaks. Your kid needs a doctor. If you don't have cash, you swipe the card. Or worse, you sell your investments at the worst possible moment. That's how regular people get destroyed by the market. Not because they picked the wrong stock, but because they were forced to sell. Reality check. Discipline is not a speech. Discipline is a structure. If you want to avoid panic, you need cash to breathe. If you want to keep a cool head, you have to buy yourself time. And your emergency fund is time. A simple rule. Calculate your monthly essentials. Rent, food, insurance, gas. Then multiply by 3 for the minimum. Multiply by 6 if your income is unstable. Step 4. The HSA. And this is the secret weapon most people ignore because it's not sexy. It doesn't go viral, but it helps you save money for real. Through taxes. The HSA, the health savings account, has 3 layers of tax advantage. 1. The money you put in can reduce your taxable income. 2. The money grows without getting taxed the way normal accounts do. 3. When you withdraw for qualified medical expenses, you withdraw tax-free. 3 wins in one account. And listen carefully. This is not a loophole. This is the rule book. Rich people aren't magically smarter than you. They just learned the rule book earlier. And if you want to play one level higher, you can contribute to your HSA consistently. But when you have a medical bill, you pay out of pocket and save the receipt. Years later, you can reimburse yourself from the HSA using that old receipt. That means your HSA money gets more time to grow. And you still have a legal tax-free withdrawal waiting for you. I'm not promising returns. I'm saying you're reducing tax drag. and tax drag quietly kills middle-class wealth. Step 5. The Roth IRA. With Roth, you pay taxes now. Then your money grows. And later, when you withdraw under the rules, you can potentially pull out that growth without getting chopped again. It's especially powerful when you're young, when your tax rate today might be lower than your tax rate later. Step 6. Now you go back and max out your 401. After you've prioritized the HSA and Roth. Why does that order matter? Because every single dollar you place inside tax advantage space gets less sandpaper on it over time. Regular people think in 1-year windows. Wealth thinks in 20-year windows. And taxes, fees, and lifestyle creep are the 3 knives that shave your future down. If you want to save money for real, you reduce what's shaving you. Don't get fooled by just invest and it'll work out. It won't work out if you skip the free steps. And no, the right order won't make you rich overnight, but it will stop you from bleeding quietly. And it turns you from someone reacting emotionally into someone moving with structure. Step 7. And only now do we get to the taxable brokerage account. This is where people jump in first. Because the apps make it feel like a game. 1 click. You buy. You stare at the chart. You feel like you're doing something. But taxable accounts get dragged by taxes, dividends, taxes, capital gains taxes, and the constant temptation to trade. Yes, it's flexible, but it's the last step, not the first. Now let me recap the map. Step 0. A starter emergency fund. Step 1. Kill high-interest debt. Step 2. Grab the employer match. Step 3. Build a full emergency fund. Step 4. HSA. Step 5. Roth IRA. Step 6. Max your 401. Step 7. Taxable. And here's your 7-day plan. Day 1. List every debt and circle the high-interest ones. Day 2. Cut 1 recurring leak. Daily coffee, stacked subscriptions, or pointless fees. Day 3. Build a $1,000 buffer. Day 4. Log into your 401k and get the full match. Day 5. Set up automatic payments toward high-interest debt. Day 6. Review your health plan and HSA eligibility. Day 7. Write this map on paper and put it where you'll see it every day. And I'll ask you this. Which step are you on? And are you willing to stop skipping steps and fix your foundation? Comment 1 if you're committing to the right order. If you disagree, hit like, so I know you're still choosing the hard way. Let me give you a real-life story. 2 people. Same company. Same paycheck. Same schedule. Both saying they're trying to save money. Person 1 buys random stocks every month. When it goes up, they brag. When it goes down, they disappear. But they still have credit card debt. Still pay the minimum. Still have no emergency fund. One car repair hits. They swipe the card again. Then the market turns red. They panic. And they sell just to pay the bill? That's what skipping steps looks like. You get forced to sell at the worst time. Person 2 follows the order. Starter emergency fund first. Kill high-interest debt. Grab the employer match. Build the full emergency fund. Then invest harder. Market drops. Person 2 can still sleep because they have cash to breathe. The difference isn't IQ. It's structure. The system loves chaos because chaos creates fees, interest, and bad decisions. Now let's talk about the mechanism. So you see how the trap actually runs. Credit card interest compounds. Quietly. And it doesn't care about your motivation. 22% APR sounds like a number on paper. But it turns every impulsive swipe into a long-term leak. Meanwhile, investing apps are designed like casinos. Green and red lights. Confetti. Push notifications saying, order filled. All engineered to make you feel like you just won something. One side is guaranteed interest working against you. Every day. The other side is emotional volatility. Up and down. Addictive. Most people lose because they use feelings to fight math. You can't win that way. You win by changing the game. You wipe high-interest debt first. You take the match. You build the emergency fund. And only then do you give yourself permission to play in volatility. If you do it backward, you're letting guaranteed interest beat you daily, while you still tell yourself you're investing. And here's the part that hurts. Lifestyle creep. Your income goes up a little, and your lifestyle jumps immediately. New car, longer loan, higher insurance, more monthly payments, and now your future is chained to a pile of bills. You tell yourself, I deserve it. And the system tells you the same thing, because the more payments you carry, the more interest and fees they collect. Coffee doesn't ruin you because it's $5. It ruins you because it's a habit you don't control. Subscriptions don't ruin you because it's $10. They ruin you because it's $10 times 10 services, times 12 months, for years, and you still wonder why your account is always empty. Saving money isn't about living miserable. It's about stopping the bleeding. The investing order only works when you also plug the leaks. Otherwise, you're still that bucket with a hole in the bottom. Right now, I want you to do a 60-second test, and you'll instantly know which step you're actually on. 1. Do you have $1,000 to $2,000 in cash? Set aside. 2. Do you still have any high-interest credit card debt? 3. Are you getting the full employer match in your 401k? 4. Do you have 3 to 6 months of essential expenses saved? 5. Are you taking advantage of tax-advantaged accounts like an HSA or a Roth IRA? If you said no to any of those, you just found the step you're stuck on. And if you realize you've been skipping steps, comment 1 so you lock it in publicly. If you think, I do it differently and I'm fine, hit like so I know you're still choosing chaos. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to show you the structure. Your money doesn't disappear because you're stupid. It disappears because the system is built for you to slip. And they profit when you do. Now, let's close the loop on the 3 questions from the beginning. 1. What should you invest in first? To save money the fastest, the answer is invest in stopping the leaks and climb the staircase in order. Starter emergency fund, kill high-interest debt, grab the match, build the full emergency fund, then optimize taxes, then invest aggressively. 2. If you have credit card debt at 22%, should you still be buying stocks? No, because you're trying to beat a guaranteed 22% loss with a hopeful 7% gain. You're choosing to lose. 3. Does the money map actually make you richer? Yes, because it prevents years of stupid taxes, interest, and panic selling, and it turns you from emotional reactions into structured actions. Let me say it one more time, not because it sounds cool, but because it's true. This is not financial advice. This is math. And here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. Which step are you on right now? And which step do you keep avoiding? Debt, emergency fund, or tax optimization? There's one line I hear non-stop. Just invest early and you'll be fine. Throw it into an index fund and chill. And yes, investing early matters. But that line is incomplete. And it's dangerously incomplete. Because it ignores order. If you invest early while carrying high-interest debt, while living on payments, while having no emergency fund, you're not building wealth. You're putting a nice roof on a cracked foundation. It will collapse. The order isn't sexy. It won't go viral like, what stock to buy this week? But it protects you from the dumbest kind of money loss. The quiet kind. Fees, interest, taxes, panic. The system eats regular people in silence because they don't have a map. Now you do. So from today forward, every money decision you make has to answer one question. Is this moving me up the staircase or pulling me back into the hole. To make sure you don't get sucked back in, here are 3 simple rules you can literally stick on your fridge. Rule 1. Don't buy anything investment related while you still have high interest credit card debt, except getting your employer match. Rule 2. If you don't have an emergency fund, you don't get to call yourself an investor. You're a risk taker with bills. Harsh, yes, but it saves you from lying to yourself. Rule 3. Every recurring monthly expense, subscriptions, car payments, impulse spending, treat it like a negative investment because it steals your future cash flow. If you want to start saving money fast, you don't need a magical stock pick. You need to reduce what's bleeding you. And if you feel addicted to clicking buy on investing apps, do one tiny thing today. Turn off notifications and set a 24-hour rule before any big money decision. Now, I'll end with this. Do you think the system wants you to have this map? Do banks want you to kill credit card debt fast? Do the apps want you to buy less, trade less, and think slower? No. They profit when you're confused, late, skipping steps, and panicking. So if this video made you uncomfortable, good. That means you're waking up. Which step are you on right now? And which step do you avoid the most? Debt, emergency fund, or tax optimization? Comment. 1. If you're committing to the correct order starting today. If you disagree, hit like. So I know you're still choosing the hard way. And if you want more money maps built for regular people, follow Miles Invests. Because we don't sell dreams here. We sell the truth.